In my line of work as a coach, I get a lot of requests for transformations. And I tell them two things. One, let's do it for sure. And two, it is going to be difficult. It is going to be painful. And generally, they don't like it. They don't like it because the normal messaging that they have received is change is easy, transformations are easy, and here are 3 steps or 5 steps or 10 steps to transform and change yourself. It is just not true. I have been dabbling with transformations and counter transformations for the better part of a decade, actually over a decade. And I can tell you from my personal experience, I decided to transform and change because I did not like who I was at that moment, at that time. I wanted to be better. I wanted to be the better version of myself. And that brings me to my first lesson. You don't always have to like yourself for who you are. A very common messaging everywhere you must have heard is love yourself, like yourself, be proud of yourself. And yes, TK, all good messages. But how do you keep liking yourself when you don't find the reasons to? How do you keep loving yourself or being proud of yourself when you don't have enough reasons to? You know it. Failures and rejections are feedbacks. Now, either you can choose to be comfortable with the failure, or you can choose to transform, to reinvent, and be a better version of yourself. That's the choice that you have. Make no mistake, it is a painful process. Getting out of your comfort zone, realizing you're not good enough, and on top of that, being rejected. It's a horrible feeling. It's a bad feeling. It's painful. But it is that same strong negative feeling that helps you to change, to transform, to get better and be the next version of yourself. There's one thing I truly believe. मैं सच में इसमें believe करता हूँ that you cannot change what you do not hate. Now, hate is a very strong word for some, but to transform and change, you need some strong emotion. A lot of people start getting comfortable where they are. They want to change, but they don't hate it enough to change. You cannot change what you do not hate. And they don't want to make those sacrifices. They don't want to go through that pain. And that brings me to my lesson number 2. Sacrifices are necessary for transformation. I mean, look at a caterpillar transforming into a butterfly. It cannot transform unless it sheds its current form. You cannot transform unless you are willing and ready to shed your current form. And for the caterpillar, in this case, its entire identity shifts. Just imagine if your entire identity shifts. It is painful, right? But without that, you cannot transform. Sometimes those shifts have to be in beliefs. Sometimes those shifts have to be in processes, habits, sometimes your identity. See, the law of nature is magnificent. It's wonderful. I really believe that laws of nature govern most of the laws in our lives. And you will find countless such examples in nature. The other thing is the avoidance of pain or the accrual of rewards. These are the 2 primary motivations to take some action, right? या तो मुझे कुछ मिलने वाला है या किसी painful situation से मुझे दूर जाना है. I don't want to fail, hence I will study. I want to get the best grades, hence I will study. दोनों अलग है. And while this, it sounds so much nice, ये सुनने में अच्छा लगता है, and it is probably, I don't know if it is a better way or not, but it is what people talk about mostly when talking about motivation for action. In reality, it is generally the fact that you want to avoid the pain that gets you to take action. And that is my concluding lesson. Let your pain guide you. Embrace the pain. Because when you embrace the pain, you are willing to understand the pain. You're willing to understand everything along with it. And that understanding helps you find some solutions. Face it, embrace it, understand it, find a solution. Instead of trying to just run away from it. Be receptive to the pain. Be receptive to the feelings it generates inside you. And then slowly start understanding and then moving towards solution. Look, transformations are tough. No doubt about it. They're painful. But what worthy result? What worthy result was ever achieved without a formidable challenge, without a difficult challenge? I don't know if you have seen Lion King. If you haven't, there's some spoiler alert. But in Lion King, after the death of Mufasa, Simba, he could have chosen to stay in the outskirts of the jungle with his friends Timon and Pumbaa and living that Hakuna Matata life, carefree, no worries. But it is only when he chooses to confront those fears and face Scar in a battle, only then does he fulfill his destiny of becoming the rightful king of the jungle. From डरा हुआ, सहमा हुआ, afraid kid that sees his father dying right in front of him, falling down the cliff, to his transformation to a carefree young boy enjoying his life, to his transformation to come back and face Scar in a battle, to become the rightful owner, heir to the throne. That is what transformations are about. It is a painful journey, but your destiny is calling you. And maybe it is your destiny that's calling you to transform and realize your potential. The only question is, are you willing to transform? If you like this video, like, share, and subscribe. My name is Sayan. This is the Rostra, and I'll see you in the next one.